Thank you, sir.
Now, you're gonna joke, and then next thing you know,
Oh, he's gonna be.
Got him!
you're gonna be on YouTube.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we are in Kokomo right now, Kokomo Watch Company. And what you just saw a minute ago was we just goofing off, and they gave us a tour of the entire facility, which I will show you guys in a future video coming in 2024. Now, we are about to dive into messing with some watches, or I am going to build a watch. So I come in with this canopy, I'm gonna take this off, put this in my bag, and I'm walking out with a watch that I put together. Seiko mod. So if you come on over here, come on, sir. Come on. I don't know why you're acting all shy. Y'all know Adam, you know what I'm saying? So you guys could have been here. You know, I told you guys ahead of time. And I don't care where you come. I don't care if you were in California, you could have flew out here. We could have had some. We got donuts, coffee. There's a beautiful coffee machine upstairs. But, you know, so let me ask you this. Whose idea was it for you to do this whole mod and allow customers to come in?
Well, AWCI has American Watchmakers Clockmakers Institute has a build a watch project, and you build an ETA based watch. They bring a bus out, and which we're going to try to get for Whiskey Wheels and Watches next year.
Okay.
And you would get on the bus. There's like seats 8, full watchmakers benches and everything, and then you build the watch. Wow. So much like we're doing today, but we're doing it with the Seiko mod.
Okay. All right. So.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of our job is, I would say, it's failure analysis. You know, what is going to not work? Okay, let's take care of that before you get it. So that's kind of where we are on that. And then we have all of our testing equipment. This will test our vacuum. So it tries to pull it apart. Vacuum is often a lot more destructive than pressure. So this will try to separate the case, find any leaks. This is also a pressure tester, which will try to squeeze it. This is a wet vacuum tester, which will show us if it's leaking. This will show us where it's leaking from.
Okay, it's time to get started. Now, what we have here is a tray that Adam set out for me. It has all the gaskets. It's a bracelet in there, the crystal, crown, everything's in there that I needed. But we're starting off with the gasket for the crystal, and he's about to explain that to me.
So, the purpose of the crystal gasket is to keep the crystal seated and to provide pressure resistance, water resistance for the watch. So we're going to, you're going to get comfortable. I am. Oh, whoops. And you've each got a loop, which is a magnification device.
I mean,
What you can do is you
I
can
can see right
use
there.
you can
However,
you can hold that,
So,
and then that way you can just kind of get an you can look at it, get used to looking up
It's just gonna
close.
be whatever's comfortable for you.
Okay,
And you may
cool.
have to adjust it kind of once you start.
Okay.
It just
Now,
depends.
and see, after this, you're probably going to want to get one of
for me,
these.
like, I'm
I am.
left-handed, so
Just
I use a
because
completely different eye
it's handy.
anyway.
Okay.
You know, you get a splinter or something like that.
But you know, depending
Perfect.
on if you have to, if you're
Okay, so
Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm putting in the chapter ring, and I'll be putting the gasket and as well as the crystal down, and then we'll go to the next station. But he's also letting me know that at this point, as I'm staring down at this thing, I want to get the finger cots in. It's basically a latex for your fingertips and your thumb, so you don't get grease on the inside of the watch.
you're not touching anything on the watch with your hands.
because then you'll have the oils from your hands will be on something on the inside of the watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Or dead skin cells,
Stuff.
all that. Especially on something black, you're gonna see all of that.
Yeah. Think of the cleanest black car, and you have a fingerprint on it.
Mhm.
That is the only thing you will see.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so right now, I've taken out my crystal, and they had that wrap pretty nice. This crystal does come with a couple of coats of AR coating, clear on the bottom, and he's showing me or telling me the orientation, how to put it in, and the next step I will go over and have this thing pressed down into the actual case.
So,
Yep.
so this part is going to be down,
Okay.
and the narrow part is going to be on the top. So, we will. I don't even think those will sit on there.
So
will they?
the
Yep, you got it right there.
edge down.
Yep.
Okay.
So
So
is
what we're going to do
kinda
now is we'll come over,
no
we'll take that,
orientation.
and we'll
No,
come
you
over
don't have
here
to
on the
worry about
press, and then we'll press it into place.
Okay.
so you can just kind of set that on top. So an important part on seeding crystals is the ones that we're using are domed. Yeah, usually you have a flat piece on top and you can just press down, but on that dome,
Yeah.
you'd be pressing on the high point and it'll shatter.
Because
So
yeah, what you want to do is, and a lot of people, the salespeople or the other repair people, when there's a domed crystal, they kind of freak out because, oh, I want to crack it. Well, if you use a round,
you want to grab one of the extras?
yeah, you know, these are the dies, okay, and the outside is pushing on the outside of the crystal. Okay, so all that pressure is not in the center; it's
Yeah.
around the edge.
So
What's a regular one that you would use?
Would be just I like one like this.
a puck.
Okay.
So
And so if you were to press on that, shatter.
Yep.
You can have a bad day. This, I mean, it is physics. I can lean on that as hard as I want.
mhm.
It's not going to do anything because all that is distributed.
Do you have a plastic cover for the coating?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll get that. Okay. So we are ready to go. I'm not doing this for you.
Yeah, this is all
you
you
get
got.
over here.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to check, and just to be sure that the chapter ring didn't move. So we can you can kind of see that little notch down there if you're looking this way. Okay, you see that little notch?
Yep.
Okay, and the marker's right on there. The crystal is relatively flat, so we know when we bring it down, it's going to be making contact all the way around. Now, we'll use this. People love AR coatings. They're great.
Watchmakers hate them.
Watchmakers hate them. Why? Because this crystal is sapphire, right? It is the second hardest mineral on Earth. The AR coating is not the second hardest mineral on Earth. So you may notice over time, I'm not talking like the end of the day, but I mean like months and months and months and years, you'll notice scuffs on it. That's the coating on the crystal.
Now I do believe that a lot of that these crystals are AR coated on the bottom, so to address part of that issue.
Yeah.
But there is still going to be a coating on top because that's part of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
you have reflection off the top. Then.
So we'll use a protective film over there, and then what you want to do? We'll use some nice, slow, even pressure, and you'll feel it go down. Feel that? Okay. Stop. You lift her up, and then what we do is we want to make sure we get it all the way around.
Okay.
Do her again.
More pressure.
Yeah, sure, why not?
You're not gonna break it, man.
Yeah, the only thing you're gonna break is the press.
Yeah,
Okay.
and don't do that.
Don't do that.
I don't want to break.
We'll write you a bill.
Yeah, you'll get a bill and a beating for that.
Does it come with a watch?
Okay,
beat away.
Yeah.
I want the full experience.
I get, hey. Okay, so this is an important step as far as the depth ratio of the watch. So I have the crown stem actually that's about to get lubricated to actually get put into the case. And then you see that equipment right there with the silicone that goes on there is actually, that's what Rolex actually recommends, man, like top of the line stuff. So you know this watch is getting top of the line treatment. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Outside of that, yeah, I think I put on a little bit too much, but you know, Adam was like, it's all cool. Now, right here, you see where I'm putting that. Now, I'm gonna take that, turn it. I'm lubricating the case back gasket, and then we're gonna go over to the machine to actually get the case back. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna start screwing down the case back here, but there's an actual device that we're gonna go to screw down the case properly, and then we're going over to get it for a full dive test.
Do the full dive test, even though that's not technically a dive watch, but that's just going to be the whole experience. Okay, so let me see what we're. Okay.
You want to smile?
Gotcha.
Thanks.
Most of our tools are Bergeon, which is a beautiful company. So this will.
Just take that and
Okay. So what we got here? What you're going to do is you're going to align these pins with the notches.
If you want to line it up with a loop, that's up to you.
Okay.
I promise, even a couple minutes off.
The long
it's still
ones?
quality.
So, this,
Yep, that triangle is going to be.
Okay, you got her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While you're pushing down, you're going to tighten. And it's going to get firm, then you're going to stop. Then you're just going to let go.
Okay.
I'd like to make it look harder, but I can't. Okay. So now that is sealed. And since the crown doesn't screw down, I mean that is as water resistant as it's going to get.
Okay.
So water over you.
So anything on the surface.
Dive test was perfect. So now we're about to put the bezel on.
So now what you're
Very
gonna do
interesting
is
part.
Flip it over.
So
set it down on
the
there.
orientation of this is critical, and a lot of these things.
Yeah. For right now,
A lot of the stuff
we're
is
just gonna
it only goes
pressure
on one
test it
way,
initially.
so you don't have to worry about it.
And then
So,
pressure test it again
on
once
this
the
one,
lumen is in it.
You have one side has 2 pins,
any orientation.
and then this
Yes,
side has
yeah.
2
No, you're gonna be spinning it
ratchets.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
those ratchets
However, the threads lock is kind of
engage those.
Okay.
Okay, so you know that the pins are going to be down,
We'll take it over to the actual.
and they're going to correspond with the
The
holes
holes, okay.
in there.
But Tanner will get out of our way at some point. Oh, you're fine. All right. So what we'll do is we're gonna put a crystal down here.
And see, the
Locking in.
I'll
Yep.
say the funny thing
And
because
so
this is
you're not
funny
necessarily looking to
is I
pull
do
this down, but in
almost
lock.
everything with tweezers because I find that is easier than my fingers.
And then
There you go. Okay, boom, that's it.
make sure
Okay.
that
Now, what we'll do is we'll come over here and use the press we used on the crystal.
Uh-huh.
We'll use that for the bezel, and that will snap it into place.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so Adam is explaining the machine, how it works. This is just pressing the crystal in. Now, unfortunately, I had the camera so close to Jason that I picked up his conversation to where I missed everything, everything that me and Adam was talking about. But I did capture this.
Because what's going to happen is that's just going
So now what we have to do, it's already set to what we need.
Yeah.
So 10 bars are 100 meter. And then we just close it,
So, go.
and it'll fill itself up.
Oh God.
Like I broke it.
That's
exactly what I said.
yeah.
Y'all get the kick out of this.
You have no idea. It is much.
So at this point,
It is much safer for the
this is
consumer
where
to be doing
this
this.
is probably the hardest part for me.
And it doesn't have to
There's
be
an adhesive
manufactured to the exact tolerance that say Rolex does.
And
But I
at
mean,
this point, Adam is actually explaining
you're not
to
paying
me
$250 a
tolerances
piece. So
that
Yeah,
Rolex do it.
that's a
He
huge
was telling me
mistake.
how
If you break that,
expensive their tolerance is when
yeah,
it comes
it's a big mistake.
to actually doing
So
putting the bezel like that. But seeing that I have a ceramic bezel as an adhesive, I actually struggled on this one. I didn't put it on right, so Jason actually came over with an additional adhesive because I messed it up so bad. I messed it up so bad, and they brought a secondary adhesive over that was sort of foolproof, or should I say trap proof?
that's we took them
And
out of
it
a
just
lot of
it
these
worked. I got the
assortments
bezel
that
in
have just
there.
been collected over
I
the
chose
years.
the
Yeah.
Batman style
Those
bezel,
are great things to have.
and from
My
here,
wife gets mad at me because I have
I
a
put
bolt
it on
thrower.
their hands.
Don't listen to
the
her.
movement was
I've had
always
the
I need you to
same
separate
bolt
those, will you please?
thrower
And
since
if
my
you see this
daughter
one right
had
here,
it.
it was just
She
a
thinks they
little.
don't ever change.
He was telling me to separate all these screws and
And there are
stuff,
things
valve
that I
and
had in
screws.
there.
I'm like, yo.
And she doesn't like
But they were
when
just
she
explaining
needs
to me
something. Oh,
what
hey, can you
a
fix
watchmaker
this?
goes through
Here, hold on one
a daily
second.
basis. So, all in all, I
No,
think
I know.
the experience
I know.
was amazing. You know,
She makes fun
it
of
gave
everything,
me
of every
a new
scrap of wood or
appreciation
metal I've got in the garage.
watchmakers and
Hey,
even
babe, could
just
you do
collect.
this? I need this
You
shelf
know,
over here. Do something over here. Hold on.
I'm gonna be honest.
Now,
I
I
think,
moved-
I know it's
we
just a
moved,
modern class, but after
within the last
going
year.
through the stuff that I went through, with some of it was so excruciating, because I didn't want to mess it up. You know, I was super nervous about
And I
stuff.
had
The parts
I
are
realized,
very
like,
small.
I-
The screws are
but
small.
I had, like,
And then
there's a
he
bench
went through
grinder in there, and there
regulating
was
the
two.
movement.
Mm-hmm.
and if that,
We
you know,
tested the
drove
movement.
rest,
I mean,
there
it was a beautiful.
Okay, sometimes it's
started
fun.
selling a bunch of stuff.
And I would definitely do it again. But
Big tool
I have
sale.
a new
I
appreciation
started throwing
for
stuff
watchmaking.
away.
I have a new
That
appreciation.
always
for
hurts, man.
watches,
And,
And I
Yeah.
recommend that
I was
anybody
looking for a tarp the
that
other
collects
day.
watches, if you're enthusiastic
Can't
about
find a
this,
tarp. You know what I used to
if
have?
you have
A
it
shelf with 5
in your
tarps on it.
Mhm.
respective state
Yeah.
or somewhere close
Heck
by,
yeah.
But it
I
don't
would
anymore.
recommend going and taking a class.
And then you're thinking,
There's
oh,
a
I've
cost
got
with the class.
Oh,
Just
no.
depends on where you go, what watchmaker's doing it.
every
Any information
every
that I
time.
can get that can provide this opportunity for you guys, I will post
Doing
it
pretty well over there?
either on Instagram.
How are we doing?
Here, but most definitely, if you
Everybody's-
see, my watch is just about complete. The
Oh, is it?
hands and everything is on. Everything is done.
Okay, that was the easy.
All
now
I need
turn them
now is
on
a bracelet, which
top.
I thought that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that will conclude today's classroom visit over here to Kokomo Watches, man. That is the end result, man. That right there is not just the Batman. This is the Bruce Wayne Kokomo edition. You know what I'm saying? With the little shark second hand. Y'all see that? Yeah, so I picked out everything I wanted on this watch, and the guys over here at Kokomo Watch Company, they got me right. We went through a number of options, like strap options here or mesh bracelet, and I went with that Jubilee style. I had to get that, man. And like Seiko, this is a Seiko actual bracelet. It's not aftermarket, but this mod came out perfect, man. This is amazing piece. And yeah, so I'll go in depth with it later. But you know, here's the biggest thing too is I'm gonna have a link to Kokomo Watch Company of Palmer's Jewelers, which is in the same building. First of the year, I want you guys to stay tuned. First of the year, we're going to be doing a walkthrough. Like, where they're going to actually give us a tour, history of the building, history of what, you know, they've done, and what they're presently doing, as well as American-made stuff. So, I know you guys are real big on that. I mean, I know y'all did Swiss-made, German-made, and Japanese-made. Now you have a watch that's made right here in Kokomo, Indiana, and we're gonna let you guys in. We're gonna give you a tour of the facility and yeah, go from there. So this is it. And,